I wasn't asking you.
Oh,
Who you just smart?
I wasn't asking.
Okay. Well, now it's recording. Calm down. So, now we're going to learn when to use the quadratic formula. So you learn the quadratic formula when you have a dun-da-da-da quadratic. It has to be equal to 0 for you to be able to use it. So it would say a x squared plus
dot PDF.
b x. Yes, you're writing what I
No, I
write.
was gonna say we're doing it in different colors like you.
Plus c. And it must be equal to 0, right?
Yes.
Dot PDF.
So, for you to be able to plug the information in here, it must be set equal to 0. It must be in this form, which is what form? Starts with an S.
Standard.
Standard form. Take a point.
Okay. Sean has a point.
Sean does have a point. All right, are you guys ready?
No.
Yeah.
Of course not. Yep. Are we ready now?
I'm almost
He's writing the whole song we just went over.
Somebody can spell.
All right, open this. Now, the first thing we're going to do is we're going to identify A, B, and C. And I want you to do that every single time. So this is our quadratic that we're starting with. What does A equal?
6.
Look at us go. Take a point.
Oh.
Does everybody understand where we got 6 from?
Yeah. The first number is shit.
Baby, it's the number in front of x squared. It's right there.
Take up.
B equals
Negative.
10.
It's not. It's not. It's.
Not yet.
Oh.
We're just identifying the part of it. All right, and C equals negative 24 because of that minus. Okay. Now what we're going to do is we're going to write down our quadratic formula. What is the quadratic formula? X equals opposite of B plus or minus square root B squared minus 4AC all divided by 2. Do you see why it's better to do it to a song? And then you can sing it, but I don't sing.
I feel like you do. You're
Not in front of y'all.
Yeah. Okay.
Wait, this is Ezra. If I make a rap, I get extra bonus.
Yes.
Mitchell, please don't make race
I'm
tonight.
gonna be like, no, I'm not a rapper, but I'm doing quadratics. Thanks, ugly dog.
John, stop now.
Okay, so what we're going to do is we're going to plug it in, and then we're going to simplify it. I'm going to show you how to easily simplify it so we don't have a whole bunch of steps that are confusing, which I learned the hard way in first period, my fault. All right, so it's the opposite of B. So if B is 10, what's the opposite of 10? Negative 10. Plus or minus. Now, you have to have that every time because we're going to have 2 answers in a quadratic. We're going to have one where we add, and we're going to have one where we subtract. Crazy. All right, B squared would be 10 squared minus 4 times 6 times negative 24. Now remember, I'm just getting those from my A, B, and C over here and plugging it into the formula. All divided by 2 times 6. Take a point. Is anybody confused?
Well,
Wait.
Hold up, I forgot.
No, I'm not.
do you know how long just one of these is going to take?
It's not.
Oh.
All you have to do is plug in A, B, and C into this formula. That's all we've done so far is replace A, B, and C with the numbers. Okay? Are we ready for the next part?
Hold up. Okay, I got it.
Okay? So now what we're going to do is we're going to multiply everything together. inside this. This is like a parentheses, then you do this first. Okay? So we have x equals negative 10 plus or minus the square root of. Are you guys ready?
No.
Okay. Can you please stop wasting my tape? Because this, I don't care in any way, shape, or form. I should not have to talk to you like you're 5 every day. Alright, what is 10 squared?
100.
Okay, so all I did was I squared
Do we
this.
solve it or do we just
We're getting there.
break it down?
We're getting there. Now, we do negative 4 times 6, which is
24.
negative 24. Negative 24 times negative 24 is,
Zero.
we're multiplying.
Wait.
Oh wow, 0.
You said negative
You-
24 minus
Times,
That's
times.
zero.
We're
500 volts.
I know. 24 negative 20. Oh.
576.
576.
I get a 100 for that?
yes.
That was painful.
Divided by, what's 2 times 6?
12.
12.
That was the most painful
Hold
thing
on,
I've
so what did we
listened
do? Alright, what about you get 12 again?
2 times 6.
to. That was the most.
Hold on.
Wait a minute. Let me put some math in it. Take a point, Asbury. What are you confused on?
Alright, I got it. But you did much.
That's all I did, baby, was multiply. Okay, now we're going to add. Is everybody ready? I mean, I don't know if we can do that.
You say that now.
70.
Brock. Miss Asbury.
I'm not your bra.
No.
Meh.
What?
Never mind. You made Keto say.
Does everybody see where I got 676 from?
Yes.
100.
I did 100 plus 576 and I got 676.
Now you do what?
Okay, no. Now we take the square root of 676. If you don't know how to find the square root, let me show you.
Okay.
You hit this second button right here. You hit this button right here. And then you type 676. It's going to look like this on your screen. You hit equals. What does that equal? You must have a calculator for this.
Holy freaking Christ.
Alright, so now. Okay. That's fine. You hit second, this button right here, second, and then you see how the blue square root is above that? Hit that button, and then 676 equals. So the second button on here gets you all the blue functions, just in case you didn't know that.
So 26 times 26 is 676.
Yes.
That's cool because like 576 is 1, 2. That's
Yes.
crazy.
Magic.
Truly is.
Okay, now, I told you that you're going to have how many answers? You're going to have one where you add and one where you subtract. So this is where we do some magic. We write x equals and x equals.
You already got one answer, right?
No, we just have the square root of 676. So now we're going to do negative 10 plus 26 divided by 12. And we're going to do negative 10 minus 26 divided by 12. Because we have a plus and a minus. Does everybody understand so far? Are we sure? Where did I get 26 from? Where did I get 676 from?
Multiplied 100.
Where did I get 100 from?
Added square.
Where did I get 576 from?
24.
Alright, now we do negative 10 plus 26, which is?
16.
And that reduces to 4/3. Then we do negative 10 minus 26, which is negative 36. And that is negative 3. And we're done.
So we just leave it as a fraction?
Yeah.
Hold on, so you add it and then you divide it. That's it.
Yep.
What's our homework?
This.
Is that?
We're doing that one together.
Oh, okay.
I know. Alright, so then you write it in a set notation. It must have brackets. So you write it with a squiggle and then the number from least to greatest.
So if we ain't got no practice, we gonna be done.
Yes.
Wow.
Because it's a set.
Hold on, say it again. We got to do the set.
Yes, set notation with the brackets, the S and the 2.
Oh, gosh.
I can do that. So that's
Okay.
like with the process?
She's showing no
No.
Whoa, where did that even come from?
She's showing no mercy.
Captain Insano shows no mercy.
Doesn't matter what like ours.
It doesn't, but I like it in order from least to greatest.
Okay.
But it doesn't really matter. All right, now I want you to identify A, B, and C on your own of this one. We're going to walk through another one together, and then you're going to tell me where you're confused. So identify A, B, and C without me.
There's nothing there. So
Right.
Wait, do you want to go through the whole thing?
No, just identify A, B, and C so far. That's all I want you to do. All right, what's A? What's B? What's C? All right. The quadratic formula is X equals
opposite of B.
plus or minus
square root of B squared plus 4AC.
minus
Minus
4AC
Minus 4AC, not plus. Don't
all.
all divided by 2A.
Take a point.
Okay, Sean is
saying it too.
sorry, Avery's quiet, so you can give her a point. I'm just loud.
Yes, Avery gets a point.
Sorry, Avery.
I was saying it.
I was saying
I was
it.
saying it. That's what
I was
No.
mumbling.
I don't believe either of you.
Are you calling me a liar?
I trust her.
You don't
Yes.
trust me?
No.
What? What trust me though?
There should be trust in a relationship.
We're not in a relationship. You're on my nerves.
Wait, well, what did I have?
Alright, so opposite of B, which would be -3. Does everybody see where I got that from? Because if B is +3, the opposite is -3.
How do you know if it's plus or minus?
It's always plus or minus.
No.
You always write this plus or minus,
right here.
and then you'll have
and then
you'll have two problems where you do a plus and a minus. The square root of
3 squared
3 squared
plus
minus 4 times -1 times 10
10.
divided by 2 times -1. Does everybody understand?
Yes.
Are we sure?
So long for oh. This takes so long for
It doesn't, but
Oh.
alrighty.
This is just really long.
Yeah.
Wait, what do you get? No problem. I got it.
Yes, those 6 numbers, they're gonna do us in.
They good.
Alright, so now we do 3 squared.
Which is 9.
9. Okay, does everybody see where I got that 9 from? I got it from 3 squared. Magic. Now I'll do -4 times -1
Plus 4.
times 10 is,
40.
so plus 40
9 plus 40 divided by.
divided by
Negative
-2. Okay, we'll pause. Now once we're at this point, is anybody confused on how we got there? Are we sure? You are confused or you're not confused? You're confused? Okay. So we did 3 squared and we got 9. And then we did -4 times -1 and we got +4 times 10 gave us 40.
Okay.
So all you do is you multiply these 3 numbers together. So it's -4 times -1 and that's where we got the plus from. So we got +4 times 10 gives us 40. And this -2 comes from 2 times -1.
What a one though.
You okay from there? Okay. Yes.
What am I ever gonna use this?
Right now.
Well, I mean, like,
What's your question?
where's the one though?
What one? This?
Yeah.
2 times -1 is -2.
Oh, my bad.
That's okay. Anybody else have any questions on this part? Alright. So then we have -3. What's 9 plus 40?
49.
49.
It is, thank you.
39.
Now remember, we're going to have 2 answers. One where we add, one where we subtract. So we're going to say x equals. What is the square root of 49? So we have -3 plus 7 divided by -2. -3 minus 7 divided by -2.
Negative.
Does everybody see where I got that from?
Yeah.
Does anybody not see?
If you can't see it, then you need to get some glasses.
Does anybody not understand how we got to this point? We took the square root of 49, and that's how we got 7. Alright, what's negative 3 plus 7? 4 divided by negative 2 is negative 2. What's negative 3 minus 7? Divided by negative 2 gives us 5. Do we write it in set notation?
Yeah.
And what order do we write it in?
I got this. I got this.
Why? Did you do negative 3 plus 7? Are you sure?
I got negative 3 plus 7.
And you got 4?
Oh, I put it all together.
No, do it separately. Do negative 3 plus 7 and then divide by negative 2. Tyreek, if you put it all in your calculator at the same time, put the top part in parentheses. Yes.
How do we know which number goes first?
Lowest to greatest.
It's actually isn't even that. Yeah.
Are we ready for the next one?
No.
Anybody have any questions before we go any further? Kobe, you good over there? Can you write with me moving it? Do you understand? Are you lying to me? Okay. What part? Okay, where do I lose you?
The little one.
Right here?
No, like.
Right here?
I got all the stuff. I got that, and then on the.
Right here?
No,
Right here?
no,
Right here?
no,
Right here?
no.
You don't know how to do this?
Owie.
No, you just like.
How do we fold?
This?
No, not that one. That one, yeah.
That's the quadratic formula.
Oh, hold it down.
I plugged in.
And then the rest of that.
You don't know how to plug in? Okay, so my B is 3, which means I take this and I put it here. The opposite of B. So I wrote negative 3. Plus or minus square root of 3 squared because it's B squared. You understand? Minus 4 times A, that's negative 1, times C, which is 10, divided by 2A, which is 2 times negative 1.
How do we
Are
fold?
you okay right there?
Yeah.
Alright, now I did 2 times negative 1, and that's where I got negative 2 from. And then I did 3 squared, and that's where I got 9 from. And then I did negative 4 times negative 1, and that gave me positive 4, times 10 gave me plus 40.
Oh,
Okay, and then right there I added, so I got 49. And then I took the square root of 49, and I got 7. So I broke it down into 2 problems because I have a plus or minus right here. So I did a plus one and a minus one. Are you sure? Does that help that we walk back through it again? Okay, do you want to do one more together? Okay, that's fine. We can do one more together. Alright,
Fold that perfectly on the line.
because I'm a real OG. And cut it out.
Cut what out?
The rectangle. Alright, example 1.
Be Pacific, like the ocean.
That line, cut it out. Alright, x squared.
Still not check. You pointed at the paper. Where
Where do you think this comes
Where do
from?
you think she gets all this? She,
Our homework comes from the book too.
that book, garbage, bro.
Cabbage.
Garbage.
Claire, what do I cut?
It's natural.
Claire, what do I
it's our reason.
It's because it's all natural stuff. Alright, we're writing our homework down real quick because we're going to do this part together. Just the first part, and then you got to finish it without me.
Sheet of paper.
Yes. Baby, it's the same thing. I promise it's the same thing. I just didn't write equals 0.
What about
It's the same thing.
what about the square root?
Honey, we start with this, and then we plug it into the square root. This is the thing, and it says use the quadratic formula to solve. So now we're going to put it in the square root.
So it's gonna be negative.
So we start by listing our A, B, and C. Okay? So A is 1, B is negative 2, and C is negative 15. You okay so far?
Yes.
So we have X equals the opposite of B plus or minus square root. B squared minus 4AC, all divided by 2A. We plug in the pieces from here. Are you taking pictures of the homework?
Yeah.
Can you wait next time? So I don't look up and think you're taking pictures of him looking like a psychopath and then want to yell at both of you. I know. Alright, so opposite of B would be positive 2. Plus or minus the square root of negative 2 squared minus 4 times 1 times negative 15 divided by 2 times 1. So all you do is you plug them in. But sure, feel free to pack up because I've dismissed you. That's right.
So just these two for homework.
This one, finish this one, do 1 and 2 for homework. When is your project due?
Friday.
How many pictures do you have to have?
3 plus page for sightings if you dig it
A page for citations if you get it offline. Do you have to get your pictures offline? Can you use the same picture 3 times?
If you want minus points.
I need your number card with a date on it.
Number.
Where do you put the date on it?